Peyton Elizabeth Lee and Milo Manheim star in the new Disney Channel original film Prom Pact. Let's see if this new film is worth your time. Hey everybody, my name is Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. It is the height of prom season, and high school senior Mandy Yang and her best friend and fellow outsider Ben are surrounded by the over-top 80s themed promposals. However, Mandy keeps her eyes focused on a different goal, her lifelong dream of attending Harvard. When she finds out that she has been put on the waitlist, she's determined to do whatever she can to get herself accepted. This is one of your typical films where you have two characters who spend a lot of time focused on school or being an outsider and start to realize, that maybe there's more to school and we're missing out on the fun, the parties, the friendships along the way, and they want to kind of have fun doing that. But we have Mandy Yang, played by Peyton Elizabeth Lee. She wants to get into Harvard. She sees a chance to get close to Graham. He is a jock. His father went to Harvard, and so she sees this as a chance to kind of get closer and a chance to get into Harvard, where we have Milo Manheim playing Ben, and he is a bit awkward in this film, and he's kind of has this feelings for a girl within school, and he is kind of separated from his friend Peyton Elizabeth Lee throughout the film. And so we see these characters kind of doing their own thing, but realizing their friendship along the way. Very typical, very cliche kind of film. This is a very mature Disney Channel original film. At times it's a little bit corny, but some of the discussions and some of the words they use and situations that they have in here, it separates itself from films like High School Musical or Descendants or even the zombie films. They use the words hell in here. People are making out. At one point, Milo references people at this party going to fix a garden the next morning being hammered, and so you see them drinking in red Solo cups. You kind of assume what they're doing, but it feels like the words, feels like some of the dialogue and situations really separate itself from other Disney Channel original films. I think Disney Channel's realizing that they do have a other target audience rather than just 6, 7, 8-year-olds. There's other kids who watch it, pre-teens as well. So I feel like this is targeting a very certain age group, and it wouldn't be relevant to 6, 7-year-olds who watch Disney Channel. So right away I found the nature of this film to be very different from other movies, and I did welcome that. I thought Prom Pact was a pretty decent film. Like I said, very cliche when it comes to its story, reveals for these characters learning things about other characters within the film. We've seen that all before. When certain things come to light, they have to kind of work backwards and apologize at everything. We see friendships fall apart. Things we have seen before. It's all in here. But what works in here is Peyton Elizabeth Lee and Milo Manheim. This is the second Disney project they are in together, and I think they have really good chemistry in here. You feel like they are genuine friends, and at times they have their own agendas. Peyton Elizabeth Lee wants to get into Harvard, so she's focused on Graham. And then we have Milo Manheim as Ben. He's focused on this girl that he likes. And so at times they're doing their own thing, developing their own relationships, but they do have really good chemistry within this film. And I really liked Milo Manheim in here. I love him as Zed in Zombies, but here he's quirky, he's funny, he's awkward at times. It really just works for this character. But we see that growth for each one of them throughout the film, which I did appreciate for these characters, because I really ended up liking them despite them lying to each other about certain things or getting themselves in situations that they already had prior arrangements. Whatever it is, I really did like these characters. Now, this film has over-the-top 80 themed promposals. The references to 80s movies are in here, from Breakfast Club to Risky Business to Weird Science. There's a lot of references in here. At times a little bit too much, but it was fun to see them within here and pointing them out. The film's pacing moves really slow. It's like an hour and 45 minutes long, but once we are introduced to the characters and having prom in here and all the promposals, once we kind of get past that beginning, the middle half is where it really slows down as we are focused slowly on some of these relationships, really really stretching them out, developing them throughout the middle half of the movie, but it moves incredibly slow. I still like the characters and the story, but its pacing really could have been picked up and shaved off a few minutes of the movie. But I think the ending, though cliche, was nice for these characters. I did like some of the realization for these characters, despite seeing that in other films before. But Prom Pact felt more mature than a typical Disney Channel original film that I have seen. I watched a lot of them growing up, but most recently they're just musicals. Teen Beach Movie, Descendants, the Zombies films, all of those ones, are targeting a certain age group. Prom Pact, with some of the situations and dialogue, felt like it was targeting a different age group, and I was able to watch this and enjoy it. My daughter didn't watch it with me. I watched it by myself, and so I did appreciate some of the, the discussions in here felt different than your just average Disney Channel original film. Peyton, Elizabeth Lee, and Milo Manheim have really good chemistry in here. They make their characters work. By a script that felt very cliche and generic, they were able to make this film work and add enough quirks and moments to make it stand out from other films and just enjoy it for what it is. But not the best film ever, but I was surprised with the nature of this movie and the maturity of it as well, and how realistic it felt when it came to prom and all the big promposals in high school as well. So before I give you my score for Prom Pact, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm gonna go ahead and give Prom Pact a B-. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Prom Pact. You can find it on Disney Channel, but also on Disney Plus. Stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.